For my presentation, I chose Operation Underground Railroad, and they are a nonprofit organization. The overview for Operation Underground Railroad. So OUR has gathered the world's experts in extraction operations and anti-child trafficking efforts to bring an end to child slavery. OUR's operation team consists of former CIA, past and current law enforcement, and highly skilled operatives that lead coordinated identification and extraction efforts. These operations are always in conjunction with law enforcement throughout the world. Once the victims are rescued, a comprehensive process involving justice for the perpetrators and recovery and rehabilitation for the survivors begins. OUR's goal is to shine a light worldwide on the global epidemic of child sex trafficking, and in doing so, rescue more children from slavery and assist law enforcement to seek justice for those who violate children. They place survivors on a path to recovery, partnering with vetted aftercare providers or by placing them with families. OUR's social impact and innovation. Their mission statement is, "We exist to rescue children from sex trafficking and sexual exploitation." So OUR's process. First is access the feasibility of a rescue. They have to take into account the willingness of local authorities as well as making sure that it is done legally and above board. 2, research the location. They have to understand the children, the background of those who are running the sex ring, as well as the vetted care facilities that the children can be taken to once they've been rescued. 3, design a strategy for rescuing the children. This is the logistics part of the process, and that's when the former CIA, Navy SEALs, special agents, including other actresses or whoever is needed for the missions, are taken into play. They have very unique skill sets to make sure that this happens safely, efficiently, and legally. Then step 4 is to take action. This is the most dangerous part of the operation, but is well worth taking. In some instances, they have to go undercover and arrange to buy a child as if they were the customer. After the purchase, they will move in with the police, arrest those responsible, and rescue the children. You then have step 5, and that is recover the children. The children's lives will never be the same after this happens to them. Their innocence has been stolen, and they need help to readjust to a better world. Therapy can be provided, as well as food and shelter at a pre-screened facility. And then step 6 is arrest, try, and convict the perpetrators. They follow this process every step of the way to make sure they don't traffic children again. In many cases, the perpetrators were sex slaves and victims of trafficking themselves and know no better way to survive. They hope to break this cycle. So the impact from a social innovation perspective is um, social innovation is supposed to enhance the society's capability to act by empowering beneficiaries, creating new roles and relationships, developing assets and capabilities, and better using of these assets and resources. OUR does this by rescuing people who can then become anything they set their mind to. So these individuals, as they enter society, they can become entrepreneurs, which has the range of possibilities of creating new jobs for people. The possibilities are endless. The most important section for this social innovation is their aftercare section. This section is vital to helping people they rescue in order to become part of society. OUR's Aftercare develops partnerships with vetted in-country aftercare centers. Once these victims are rescued, the recovery process begins. They also provide vocational training where possible to survivors around the world. It is OUR's desire to have their aftercare, it's their desire of OUR's aftercare that they come in with a servant's heart and an empowering spirit. So this is OUR's impact. They've rescued 3,319 victims just this year. They've arrested 1,877 traffickers. Um, the main part I want to focus on is the victims that have been rescued. All 3,000 of these wonderful people will now have the opportunity to participate in the world and benefit in new jobs and just anything that they want to do. So the financials for OUR, they have $30 million. This is all from donations. It's been broken up into corporate, foundation, and nonprofit donations, other anonymous, and individual donations. The individual donations is the largest section, and um, that's why it's super important for OUR social innovation to understand their accomplishments and their failures. Their accomplishments are they've established a community of organization and firm structure. The money is allocated where it needs to go and the resources are used efficiently. Their failures, OUR has millions in donations to support their organization, but while it may seem that they will never lack for money, the possibility of it no longer obtaining funding is always present. So the reason this is a failure is because they need to find a more secure form of funding. They can improve their social innovation. One way they can do this is by hiring people with different perspectives and talents. This is an organization where you need people from all walks of life, men and women who are brave enough to put their life on the line while still being able to be a good actor. Another aspect they could improve is their implementation time. When you're working off of donations, time is money. Each dollar matters, and making sure your team and organization runs as efficiently as possible is vital. Then you have scaling their social innovation. Three ways for OUR to scale their social innovation are: one, they need a wide range and easy access. This can be accomplished by turning their information into a series of videos that prospective investors can view. Two, they can offer online conferences and educational questionnaire sessions. And three, they can also expand by creating partnerships with with more companies. Here's my works cited. Most of the information came from Operation Underground Railroad's website, as well as some Stanford social innovation reviews.